want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. On a big Jets news day. Today was the expiration of the franchise tag. Jets made a move. Other teams didn't. We're going to get into all of that. But first, I'd take the volume button, turn it up, turn the bass up, apologize to the neighborhood. Baby.
It's got me.
Gentry covered the bumble!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his promise, Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click the family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Always fantastic when you get to hear Blitz BK. Now, first comment from Bucky. I'm not sure if I've ever caught the show this early. Here we go. Well, Bucky, in case you didn't know, let me inform you. I got moved to the day shift. This is my first week. I wanted to do a show tonight at 7 o'clock, but we have an opening at the school. And they said, hey, can you stay till 9 o'clock? And I was like, sure, I can stay till 9. 4 more hours of overtime? Cha-ching. Yes, please. Thank you. May I have another? Friday night, I get another. Programming news for the rest of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, programming news for the show going forward. Going to have Sunday Shine Time. It's going to be 8 p.m. I got Gunny with me this Sunday night. All right, that's the regular show. That's the flagship show. Appreciate all of you who show up week after week. Going to look to do shows Tuesday night, 7 or 8 o'clock. Thursday night, 7, 8 o'clock. Also, this Friday night, we're going to have Dylan Terraman on the program again. 9 p.m. start Friday night. We're going to go round 2 of our mock draft series. Hope you're here. Last time we did a dueling mock. This time I think we're going to do an alternating mock. We are going to simulate an off season. We're each going to pick 2 players that we project the Jets to sign in free agency. And that's how we're going to base our mock draft. So hope you're here. Hope you enjoy. As always, keep an eye out on the program. There's going to be a lot of news coming out. Legal tampering period starts on Monday. We're going to have Jets news. I already told the bosses at lunchtime, I'm not on the clock. I can make a video and upload it. So I've been told not to YouTube while I'm at work, but if I'm on lunch and you're not paying me, I can upload a video, damn it. It's NFL free agency. You know what you signed up for when you hired me. So all of you, thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, next Tuesday night, 1 week from tonight, huge, massive show. A lot of big guests planned. When I say big guests, if these are names popping into your head, yes, I mean them. Huge show planned. We're also going to be doing winner's choice raffle. You win, you pick the player, mini helmet, autograph jersey, or a autograph photo. So make sure you're here. Get your entries in. As always, $5 and up on the super chats, gifted memberships will get you on the wheel. And you know what? With the first lead story that I have to discuss tonight, it has to do with Breece Hall. Breece Hall is number 20, 2.0. Oh, is that a sign that we should double raffle entries tonight? I believe it is, ladies and gentlemen. Jets news, we double raffle entries. Raffle entries tonight are doubled. So get your entries in. Share the love in the community. Share the love and don't be gay like Jay. I don't even know what this nonsense is. I don't read that crap. I don't know what that means. It just means, oh, Coach K lost to Carolina in the last home game. Everyone cried. He cried. Oh, Coach K lost to North Carolina in the last game ever in the Final Four on the biggest stage they've ever played on. Oh, shut up, Jay. See? Bucky likes it. Undisputed with a question right off the bat before the monologue. Why don't we make a move for Jameis Winston? He is still young and we'll make it fun. He's under contract. When the Giants signed him last year, I believe it was a 2-year, $12 million deal. So he is still under contract with the Giants. Can a phone call be made? Sure. I've said on this show and elsewhere that I think it'd be really entertaining to have Jameis Winston for a season. We might not be great, but we can go put 50 up on Buffalo, and then we can throw 5 interceptions in the same game. That's what you get when you get Jameis Winston. If you're looking for entertainment value, if you're looking for great quotes, if you're looking for outstanding press conferences, that's the way to go. He's the only quarterback still to go 30 for 30 with 5,000 yards. So you're going to get a lot of what the hell was that? And what the hell was that? You know how you yell it at the TV. But again, thank you all for being here. Now, Breece Hall gets tagged. But in a very interesting note, it's the non-exclusive tag. Now, I'm sure you know by now, but if not, I'll let you know. The non-exclusive tag means he's allowed to negotiate with other teams and take offers. The Jets can match that offer. And if they decide not to, the Jets would then get 2 ones. That's massive. I don't think any team will offer the contract with the risk of giving up 2 ones. That's a hefty price for a running back. I mean, we could pray that we get that. Can you imagine if we get 2 ones for Breece Hall? That would be the ultimate Muji move. If you get 2 ones for a running back, now I don't think it's going to happen. I think this means do not touch, do not negotiate, do not offer. I can't see a team doing it. I think when you have ETN, you have Walker out there on the market, you just go there where you don't have to give up picks and the money. But crazier things have happened in the NFL. I think if you have 2 ones staring at you, you let Breece go. I think the Jets are praying that somebody does it. If you want to keep the player, you make it exclusive. But now you're doing the old dollar bill Geico commercial with the old man with the fishing rod. You're leaving it out there. Oh, almost got you. You're hoping somebody takes the bait. Now, in terms of Breece Hall, I get why you tag him. But I don't agree with tagging him. That makes sense. I understand the logic behind it. I just don't agree with the decision to do it. I don't want to pay a running back that much. And if I am paying a running back that much, man, he's got to be putting up 1,200, 1,300 yards. He's got to be putting up double-digit touchdowns. He's got to be a force on third and short. He's got to be elite in the open field. Breece is elite in the open field, but a lot of those other things really don't describe him. If you do have a Breece Hall, you need a Braylon Allen. You need a Tyson Algier. You need someone else to complement them. The Falcons have had Algier with Bijan. Algier gets all the touchdowns. Bijan gets all 20 to 20. They get to the red zone, they bring in Algier a lot, unless it's a pass play. So there's a lot to look at what the Jets are doing here with Breece Hall. And like I said, they're hanging him out there. He's available to a team. The Jets don't have to rush negotiations. They're going to say, we're trying, but they're going to see what offers he gets. And if somebody is dumb enough to fuck around, make them find out. Hey, we'll take those 2-1s. Breece, we wish you well. But the quote will be, we love Breece Hall. I'll be Muji right now. All right. I understand the question. We love Breece. We wanted to get Breece here long term. But when the opportunity arose and we were presented with the draft picks, it's an opportunity that we couldn't turn down to make our team better right now for the long haul. And that's logic 101. If you can get 2-1s for a running back, tee it up. See ya. You hit a 350-yard drive down the middle of the fairway. Now, I get it. Jets fans love him. Jets fans don't want to give up another player. We love the 22 draft class. We got rid of Sauce. We got rid of JJ. Breece could be gone. And I'm going to say this. What we saw with Sauce Gardner, there's no guarantee that Garrett Wilson plays out this contract. Sauce got traded before it even hits the books. Garrett doesn't hit the books until next year. This year's his 5th-year option. I learned Sunday night. We do What Did We Learn on this program quite often. I learned Sunday night, do not drink coffee at 10 o'clock at night on Sundays anymore. Because then when you don't go to bed to 2:15, you drag an ass on Monday. So a lot more water consumption can be happening here on the program, on the late show. Or the night show. I don't want to say late show. Prime time. It's 9 o'clock. I got to get used to that. All right. Now, with the franchise tag, Breece Hall joins a list of New York Jets to be franchise tagged. If you were watching the program Sunday night, Adam Watt2K was on here. Charles Gorman and I did a little impromptu Jets trivia contest. Now, one of the questions was, who was the first player to get the Jets franchise tag? That answer was Rob Moore, 1995. The next year, the Jets used it again on tight end Johnny Mitchell. In 2000, Mo Lewis. Now, I knew they used a tag on Mo Lewis. That's why that was my first guess. In 2005, they used it on John Abraham. In 2006, they used it on Abraham again. In 2014, they used it on Nick Folk. Yes, a kicker. In 2016, they used it on Muhammad Wilkerson. And in 2021, Marcus May. So the Jets, it's the 9th time in their history they're using the franchise tag. It is the first time they're using it on a running back. And it's very, very perplexing. Jay, with a non-Duke comment, so we will address this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but franchise tag is just top 5 money. They can work out a trade, but it's not 2 first picks automatically. The non-exclusive, if you sign the franchise tag, exclusive rights, Jay, nobody else can negotiate with him. They can't do offer sheets. They can't do anything. He's yours. When it's non-exclusive, he can still test the market, and the Jets have the right of first refusal on any contract. They either have to match it within, I believe, 48 or 72 hours, or Breece would go to the team that he agrees to the contract with, and the Jets in return would get 2 first-round picks. I believe it's still top 5, but it's like it's you take a percentage off of it. Maybe the non-exclusive is top 10 because it lowers it by like 2 million. I'd have to check the numbers. I apologize if I don't have the numbers available. I literally did not stop working since 8:30 this morning until I left work at like 8:50. So I don't have that numbers. For those of you who are in the Discord in the fitness section, 23,000 steps today. I didn't stop. So I apologize. But from my understanding, from the tweets that I did see, that's the information. Good evening to everyone here. Hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are sitting exactly at 2,100 subscribers still. Thank you to all of you for making that possible. I appreciate it. Now we're on to 2,200, baby. Let's go. Next goal. Tee it up. Hit that one right down the middle of the driveway. 351 yards. Right past the Darren Muji drive. Now, other good news today for the New York Jets. Compensation picks. Person who works for Over the Cap put out a tweet today that was shared by many Jets writers. Will Parkinson, Antoine Staley, a bunch of them retweeted it. The Jets are projected to get a 4th for DJ Reed. It was originally 2 5s, but now the 5 is for Morgan Moses and the 4 for DJ Reed. I don't know what changed the algorithm. I don't know what bumped it up to a 4, but that's where we're at. So now I'm going to pull up the Jets draft picks. So now something that we were looking for, Jets fans. We had that pick at 44, and then we went to 103. And then it went from 103 to 178 and 179. But now it goes 103, 139, 179. So it's been mentioned by myself, Dylan Terraman, others. That gap from 44 to 178, we had one pick in that gigantic space. Now we go 44 to 103. 36 picks later, we pick. 40 picks later, we pick. 15 picks later, we pick. 14 picks later. 9 picks later. 24. So we've closed the gap on the back end. And now you're looking at 2, 16, 33, 44, 103, 139, 179, 194, 208, 217, and 241. And don't forget, the compensation picks are tradable. That happened a couple years ago. So that gap from 44 to 103, the Jets could close that gap even more so by trading up in the draft. So Darren Muji has the opportunity to work this draft, work this board, manipulate it, move forward, move back, move up, move out, trade out to next year, acquire even more picks for next year. So a lot of possibilities, and that's what you want going into the draft. Listen, I know we're tired of talking about draft. I know we're tired about hoping this class is the one that changes the course of the franchise. We thought we had that in 22. We thought we had that in 2000. We had a nice run, but we want to get a goddamn title. And when you have all of this draft capital, you hope that Muji capitalizes on this and we can get a championship here. It would be the wildest celebration you've ever seen in your life. The Jets winning. I've been to a Yankee parade in 96. I went again in 98. And it was the most fun I've ever had at a sporting event. To be at a Jets parade, I couldn't even begin. I just hope my heart holds up. That's it. I hope my heart holds up to make it. Winning the AFC championship, I hope my heart holds up. Winning a potential Super Bowl, I hope my heart holds up. I'm going to cry like a baby. I've said this for years. I will cry like a baby when it happens. All of the pain, all of the pressure, All of the jokes that this organization and fan base has had to sit through will just be released. Also, gangbangs with midgets are definitely occurring. I don't care. Tom Ace and Knob are in. I'm not doing it. Those guys are. All right. Next up, news today. I'm not a fan of it, but I have to speak about it. Kyler Murray is getting released. I like this for one reason and one reason only. It adds another option to the quarterback pool. You have Cousins who was released, and now Kyler Murray will be released on the first day of the new year. You have Mariota, you have Minshew, you have Mitch Trubisky. Daniel Jones got franchise tag the same way as Breece, where if a team signs him, they get the 2 1s. He got the non-exclusive tag also, which I think was 36 or $38 million I saw. And don't forget, when you there's no hiding that money. The reason the Jets or anyone who franchise tags someone, that is 100% cap hit. There's no bonus, there's no incentives. It's 100% cap hit. So that's why you want to get the long-term deal worked out. But in terms of Kyler, see, I disagree, Scott. I don't think Kyler would be cheap. I think Kyler, even though it's a shitty group, goes to the top of the list. But in the Northeast, playing outdoors, I think he's 28 and 38 as a starter. It's a similar record home and away in terms of winning percentage. But I'm not excited about Kyler Murray. Listen, if it's a 1 year deal and you're giving him $12 million and then he can earn up to 20 or 24, okay, go for it, right? If Cousins goes to Minnesota, if Kyler Murray's sitting there, all right. I'm not going to get excited about it. I'm not going to go woohoo and shit, but I get it if they're in. They tried it with Fields last year. I don't know if you go with a quarterback that size. Thank you. Forgive me. He got the transition tag. I thought he got the nine. I apologize again. I worked 12 hours. I try to keep my ear to the ground with what's going on in the football world today, but I worked from 8:30 to 9 tonight. So I'm a little off on the details. It was nonstop day, but overtime making me happy. Got 8 hours on Saturday, 4 hours today, 4 more hours coming up Friday, 4 hours of double time coming up Sunday. So money, money. I'm sorry. You're right. It's not fake news. It's misinterpretation. I misinterpreted. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Won't happen again. Like I said, I try to keep my ear to the ground at work. But folks, I appreciate you for being here. For those of you tuning in just now, programming news. Sunday night, Shine Time, prime time, 8 p.m. Gunny will be my guest this week. That's the flagship show. That'll be on week after week. There will be pop-up shows. Free agencies next week. If we come to terms with someone on Monday, I'll get on Monday night. Tuesdays, 7 o'clock. Tuesday at 7 o'clock will be a show. Similar to this. I wanted to do it earlier, but I got stuck at work. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Friday nights, Saturday nights. Keep your eyes open. This Friday night, Dylan Terman will be with me at 9 p.m. Eastern. We will have round 2 of our mock draft series. This will be alternating mock. So we know the picks. I just ran through them. We signed or we tagged Breece Hall today. Breece is number 20, 2.0. All raffle entries are double tonight. $5 super chats, gifted memberships. The wheel will be going off around this time next Tuesday. Winner's choice. It's our first time doing winner's choice. I'm interested to hear about your feedback with that. If you win, you pick the Jet player, you pick the Jet item, mini helmet, autograph jersey, photograph are your choices, and we'll make that happen. All right. Now, we've done the warm up, we've done the appetizer, you've placed your order. A gigantic 40-ounce steak just got put on the table. What's the entree tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What's the main course? Tyler Linderbaum. We are a step closer to potentially having Tyler Linderbaum. He did not get franchised by the Ravens. No tag on Linderbaum. Now, they still have the opportunity to negotiate a contract with him before Monday. But Monday at noon, free game. I remember a story. It used to be free agency started at midnight. I don't know if you guys remember this, but the year that the Jets went and got Bart Scott, they were waiting outside of his house. And I think Rex went up to the door at like 12:01 and knocked. I hope to God the Jets swoop in and give Tyler a contract that the Giants just say, this is too rich for us. I hope to God that uh, Robert, adjust your math. It was 12 hours. 12 hours of work, 23,000 steps. But thank you. Now, you guys know how much I want to build the trenches. I've been saying this time and time again. You got sweat your nose tackle. That's the center of your defense. We had Chris Jenkins. We had Nick Mangold. We had Sione Buha. We had Nick Mangold. We had Snacks Harrison. We had Nick Mangold. Go get a goddamn center. I know people say I don't want to pay that for a center. But the thing that you have to factor in with this is that you're not paying a quarterback $55 million a year. And you're not having if you give him $100 million 4-year deal, you're not having $25 million a year on the books. Who cares about the bonus? Who cares about the incentive? In 1998, the Jets gave Kevin Mawai 5 years, $17 million. Reset the center market. Linderbaum now, less than 30 years later. God, 30 years. Jesus Christ. I'm getting fucking old. That hit home. Wow. Almost 30 years ago. He'll make that more in 1 year. But every time we've been good in my lifetime, we've had an all-pro level center. Why stop now? You got the tackles in place. They look very promising. You got Titman at right guard. He got better as the year went on. Go get your anchor. Go get your all-pro center. Go get a guy that will make Titman even better. He can learn from him. Draft a guard in round 2. Complete your offensive line. We've been trying for years to get back to Jet football. What's Jet football? Jet football, as I know it, has been a dominating offensive line and a top 5 defense. That's been Jets football at its best. It's been timely passing. It's been no turnovers by the quarterback. It's been a ground and pound. It's been play action with Chad Pennington and Vinny. And just play good defense. Complete the offensive line. Go get your huge centerpiece, unintended. Listen, there's a small percentage that it happens, right? Tennessee has big money. Just let their center go. He's got the connection with Harbaugh. Detroit, just let their center go. There's teams clearing out money now. The Giants just got rid of Bobby Okereke. I believe his name is. They just freed up another $9 million. Connor Hughes commented that on Twitter right before we started the show. There's opportunities there for the Jets to just outpay everybody. The offer sheet could be huge. It's also a reason you want to get Breece's number down. I forget who pointed this out, but somebody said that you just got Breece Hall locked up and Sweat for what you would have paid Jermaine Johnson. That's a good deal. Obviously, you want to lower the hit. Shazam says, we need a head coach to do all that you just said. I get it. Listen, I've been very critical of Aaron Glenn, but I also am critical of the talent on the roster. And to get a true read on a coach, I think you need to improve the talent sometimes. Not everybody has the luxury of the weakest schedule in the last 30 years, like the Patriots just had. You know, Vrabel did a good job with that team. They're not talented. They can be the Carolina Panthers from years ago that made a Super Bowl and never fucking gets anywhere near it again. I called that Super Bowl hangover on Facebook years ago, back before YouTube. You know, you gotta cash in your receipt. And I said this Super Bowl hangover is going to be one of the worst things we've ever seen. And they came out the next year and they were absolutely horrific. Now, folks, again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, keep an eye out for shorts. I appreciate you guys who hit the like button on those as well. Watch that, like that, share that. I'm going to try to do more. I know we're going to have some news coming out in the next couple days. Obviously, the next week or two, free agency's here. For those of you in the Woodbridge, New Jersey area, it's about 25 minutes south of the stadium. Night one NFL draft. The Nick Shine Show will be hosting a party at the Woodbridge Brewing Company. It's right downstairs from the Woodbridge train station. I hope you can make it. Oh, Lenny, ooh, you flirting with me? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, hey, yeah, you love my shorts. Yeah. Hopefully Bobby goes home tomorrow. That would be terrific news. When you do the Bobby voice, you gotta show Bobby some love. All right. Boomtown. Drop it like it's hot. Now Boomtown told me he had a question for me. It's not what did we learn. This is another drop it like it's hot. And I said he's asked if I wanted to know the question ahead of time, and I said I do not. Hit it with me. Hit me on air with it. This way, you get my honest reaction without planning ahead an answer. So I'm waiting to see what that is. Folks in the chat, keep the likes coming in. We'll drop the call in link shortly. If you have any questions in the chat, fire away. I'll keep an eye out for them. You know the deal. You're all professionals. Super chats cut the line. Gifted memberships and super chats are doubled tonight since Breece 2.0. That's there. That's there. We do have money. That's one thing we do have. Now, this Breece Hall tag does affect that, but I don't think it goes into effect until he actually signs it. But you have to keep that money available because it's like pending funds, to my understanding. Johnny Boy says, we making a move for Alec. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he goes. I think he goes to Tennessee. I think Tennessee spends big money. I would be surprised if we spend big money on a wide receiver. You just spent big money on Garrett Wilson. You made trades for Mitchell and Mechie. I think they're good fits. I think you draft another guy. I don't think you go and give a big contract yet. You don't know what quarterback you're going to get. You don't know his skill set. Why commit big money and pay 50 million a year to a wide receiver group when you don't have the quarterback situation set? I get it. People want the wide receivers. I just don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're in that position to go make that big money. I think that would be a move, like a final piece of the puzzle. Eli says, Nick, if you were a prize free agent, would you choose the Jets over a contender? I mean, I've chosen the Jets over contenders my entire fucking life, Eli. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Listen, man, I've chosen the Jets time and time and time again. Why wouldn't I? It's a no brainer for me. I mean, listen, I in the 80s, I could have went with the Joe Montana 49ers. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciated watching Joe Montana and that West Coast offense with Bill Walsh. They were phenomenal. I loved watching that style of football. I loved watching the Ken O'Brien outduel Dan Marino more than he lost to him. He has a winning record against Dan Marino. Yet Jets fans will say we missed out on Dan Marino. Wah! Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. We just didn't have an offensive line to keep Ken O'Brien alive. You want to go player for player? We had better weapons than Dan Marino had. Dan Marino just was in a shootout every goddamn week. And our offensive line got Ken. I'm surprised Ken O'Brien is still alive the way he got the shit beat out of him. But that would have happened to Marino, and he would have had his career cut short from concussions and just getting bad. Marino wouldn't have gotten up time and time again like Ken O'Brien did. Ken O'Brien was tough as nails. Marino was a fucking Tom Brady crybaby. Fuck him and everyone who wanted him. David with a question. Do you believe we will be the strategy? Do you believe What do you believe will be the strategy of Breece Hall and his agent regarding to sign the franchise tag tender, which would guarantee the money for the 2026 season? Well, now they can negotiate. They can get other offers. So I think they're going to be patient. I think they're going to hope that somebody comes in with an offer. I think the agent's going to reach out to teams that Breece is interested in and say, "Hey, my client's interested. Are you guys interested in making a move?" And then if not, you fall back to the Jets and say, "This is where we wanted to be the entire time. We're happy they tagged us. We came to terms on a new deal. Yay, go us." I think if you're the Jets, you do want to get a long-term deal in place, whether it's 2 or 3 years. You want to structure the contract to your favor. You want to structure the contract to lower the cap hit. You want to have an out. And I really hope to God now that the salary cap is over $300 million, we stop seeing these void years. Just put the fucking money on the table, man. Stop with the void years. Stop with the dead cap. We have 91 million in dead cap. Stop with the dead cap. Georgie, off topic. What's the place called where you're having the draft party? It's the Woodbridge Brewing Company, my friend. Wait, are you back in for New Jersey? Last we spoke, you said you weren't for the draft. Are you back in? That would be tremendous news. Kyle Clifton starts us off with a super chat. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. The overall one seed, top of the leaderboard. Kyle Clifton says, how about a starting Guardians in post draft free agency if they go Linderbaum? Oh, how about a starting guard in post draft free agency if they go Linderbaum? Guys are just out there waiting every year to be signed. Listen, I'm not, don't worry, Kyle. I know how to read iPhone super chats. The iPhone super chat is just the auto predictive text is wild in it and it changes everything. I know how to read it. No worries, my friend. Um, Listen, right now, you got Myers. Myers would revert back to your sixth man, right? I have no problem. I mean, right now, your top, if you get Linderbaum, you got your six. You would have five in place. You'd have two centers. Listen, I mean, I'm good with that, man. I'm good. If you're going to go build a great line, it's good to have reliable backups. We learned that last year with Myers, right? How important was it having Myers as that sixth guy last year? When AVT goes down, they bring him in to bump Titman a guard, and then they go start 17 games together. I got the brand new iPhone out today. Yeah, I got that 17 Pro Max on New Year's Day, and typing in the super chat, even if you do talk to text to avoid the predictive nonsense, it duplicates it and puts it in twice. But yeah, Kyle, I appreciate the super chat, man. I love the trenches. I've said already, even with Briggs, Sweat, and Phillips, I'm not against drafting a Banks or McDonald to add to it. I'm not against adding another free agent. I'm not against another trade. Like, I want big bodies in the trenches. I want there to be depth. I want there to be a constant mass destruction coming at you from the defensive line. I want the offensive line. If a guy goes down, we have another guy NFL ready to go in. We don't have to have Wayne Hunters. We don't have to have like we had in 22 when we had 13 or 14 different offensive linemen start for us throughout the year. I want depth. I want talent and I want depth. I don't want one injury to derail a season. We saw that in 23 with Rodgers. Appreciate you, Eli. Thank you. Oh, I'm looking for a comment. Is there a deadline? I believe it's 4 months. Yeah. I think it's usually July before training camp. So I think maybe July. I'm going to say July 15th, maybe mid July. I hope Undisputed doesn't call me out saying I'm giving out fake news. It's usually 4 months. So I'll go with mid July because you can't be too far off. The call in link is there, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for being here. Kyle, thank you for the super chat. You got 4 raffle entries with that. Next Tuesday night, winner's choice, ladies and gentlemen. Huge show. For those of you who've been watching the show the last couple years, you know March 10th is it's the biggest day of the year for me. So I can't wait for next Tuesday. It'll be 3 years sober. We have a big show planned. Everyone and anyone that you watch will be here that night. So make sure you're here for that. It'll be a 7 p.m. start. It'll be a lot of fun. I will say this since the StreamYard link is pinned, if you have been drinking and leaving me repetitive voicemails, don't click the link. Don't. If I'm not taking your calls, don't fucking call in. Yes, I'm talking to you, Michael Woodruff. Enough's enough, bro. Give it a rest. Give me 1 second. Clancy, I will gladly give him your number. I had to call him today and yell at him. I had 13 fucking voicemails in the last 2 days again. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'll pass him your number. Feel free to talk to him. You get one phone call from him, you've had them all. There's no reason for another one in the history of the world. You have audio on from what you're watching on TV. Yeah, I know your voicemail's not set up. I love you, Clancy. Clancy's got a fucking rebuttal set for anything you try to throw at Clancy. He's like, pew pew, fuck that. It bounces right off. But ladies and gentlemen, again, to recap, Breece tagged, non-exclusive, 2 1s if somebody's dumb enough. DJ Reed gets us a 4th round comp instead of 5th. So now we're at pick 139 instead of 178. Moses remains a 5th round comp at 179. Kyler Murray to be released on the start of the new year, which adds to the quarterback pool. Even if you don't want Murray and the Jets don't want Murray, it adds to our options, right? There's a pecking order. If the top team was going to get cut, or if the top quarterback was Cousins, now there's more quarterbacks. There's more to choose from. Hello? Did you shut off your TV, sir? Not. All right. I'm going to go from one bald-headed 1 seed to another bald-headed 1 seed. Hello, Mr. Clifton.
How are you, sir?
Why you're a professional. You call in, you don't have 1980s NWA wrestling playing on. This is why you're the number 1 seed, my friend. What's going on? I'm good, bro.
Everybody just went upstairs to sleep, so
Oh,
I've got
yeah,
relative calm in the downstairs of the house right now.
Kyle Clifton doing the voice for the ladies. I
That's
like
right.
that.
The smooth and sultry sounds of Kyle
Yeah.
Clifton here on the
Yeah,
overnight.
well, Kyle, I gotta match your energy, my friend.
Mhm.
What's
So
up?
yeah, I mean, I don't see spending all that money on a wide receiver either. After we just paid
Okay.
Garrett,
Yeah.
if you think about it, we're going to allocate this much money to position groups. Offensive line is kind of due because those guys are all cost control.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I agree. And it would be good. Tittman's going to get paid this offseason, right? Tittman's eligible for an extension. I would go throw him 3. What do you think? Like, I've said 345. Like, I would start with the Sherwood contract, right? Give him 3 for 45. You can lower the cap hit down to 6 million in year 1.
yeah, I mean, I think he's much better as a guard. Like when he snaps the ball, it's kind of like a lollipop. It kind of floats up there for a second, and it makes me very, very nervous.
It
And
was either his snaps were like being in a sand trap. You
Yeah.
either get way too under it or you scald it and it shoots out like a low bullet going across the green.
Right, he couldn't quite find the consistency,
Yeah.
and that doesn't mean he wouldn't, but like
But why
fans are
move him?
impatient.
Why fuck with his career trajectory? He went
Yeah.
over to right guard on a week's notice and he played well.
Yep.
And we ran well behind him and Membu. Like, why mess with that chemistry? Why jerk him around, move him to center? Something happens. Then he's got the flexibility to go back to guard. Let him train as a right guard all the offseason. Let him get all his workouts in, his footwork, his technique, all of that. Work with Membu, work on communication, and get better together and be locked in for the foreseeable future. Like, when was the last time? Like, we had DeBrickashaw, but then we got a free agent in Alan Faneca, right? Like, we rotated people around. I don't remember the last time we had the opportunity for a right tackle, right guard, or either side to just be together for years after year after year. And you could be looking at that right now. Don't fuck
Right.
with it.
So in that scenario, he still ends up being, if we keep Myers, still ends up being our third string center, our backup, center.
Yeah.
And even in the scenario that I propose, where you go out and you get a post draft free agent, and those guys, there are quality guys hanging out there, or at least serviceable guys hanging out there. You'd probably still have to draft a guy because you haven't seen the Colaveas of the world kind of emerge yet. And your patience is probably running thin with some of these other guys that have had to play.
That's fair.
So, you take a stab in the middle rounds, right? Like, and, you know, the other thing is, like, at 103, like, that was my point last year. Like, why would we not? Why would we force it with Arian Smith? Like, you take a guy and you spend a year with him sitting and developing as a backup,
I
either
thought
at
they
guard.
originally wanted to. I thought they were going to have more grounds and pound,
Mm,
and I thought that that would allow them to hit play action. And Fields did throw a good deep ball, but he just didn't throw it enough. And we never got the run game going early in the year for that to open up. And then Fields awful passing games, holding the ball, not believing in himself.
he held the
I
ball too
think we're going
long.
to see
He
a
was
lot
totally
more.
uncomfortable in the center. It was.
It
It was.
looked it
Yeah.
looked bad. It looked horrible. It's
Yeah.
some of the worst quarterback play. I mean, I'd rather have Zach there, who might not read the defense right, but knew I got to hit this guy on this route, and he might not be smart enough to look the defense off or read what they were going to do. But the fucking ball came out right.
I mean, even as bad and inconsistent as Zach was, you saw flashes, right? Like,
Yeah,
there were moments,
yeah.
but, like, he couldn't sustain it at all.
Yeah.
And
I need a 30 for 30 on that Jets offense last year. Like, was it Angstran not communicating well and teaching the scheme well enough? First time as the offense coordinator, I'm always big believer. It's just as important. It's just as important to have the scheme as it is the ability to teach the scheme and what you're looking for and what to read and how to execute it and how to look a guy off to get the ball to where it's supposed to go. That's just as important as drawing good X's and O's, is knowing how to get it to those X's.
yeah,
So I don't know, man. I need more information on Angstrand. I mean, I would hate to see Angstrand go somewhere and get another chance like LaFleur, right? We fired LaFleur. We fired him quickly. He goes to McVay, and now he's the head coach, and he's probably going to have a very successful coaching career because I like the kid. It's the last time that we had an offensive coordinator that other coaches were stealing plays from. He ran that pass back play in Miami, right? And everyone was copying that within a week. That's the last time I remember seeing a creative play, something new that a Jets coordinator did.
I'm down on record as saying as I thought that was a mistake, because that's the role that you give the guy a year to grow into.
Yeah,
Like a guy like Wilkes, who's had that job before, you don't have any patience with.
yeah. And I feel that Salah catered to the locker room, and it's more of a condemnation of him that he catered to people and wanted to be their friend instead of be the leader. Like, all right, you got a problem? Too bad. This is the guy who's running it. Let's get on board. You get your locker room in order. You don't say, "Oh, you guys were upset. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fire him now."
Don't be surprised if they throw money at the defense, Nick, because uh, if I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm embarrassed by last year's defense. So
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
last point. I appreciate your time, Nick.
yeah, man. Thanks for calling in. We'll talk
I'll
soon.
talk to you soon.
Be good, buddy. Do you think you can beat him in a tournament?
I don't want Kyle. I want Gary's head.
All right. I heard Gary gives good head, so you're in you're you're in for a treat. Oh. You wish, Thunderlips. You wish. Call lines are open. All right, Beast. What do you got? What's on your mind? After that, you gave me a great
Well,
line on how to make a joke. Quick thoughts.
well, I
Closing
said
thoughts.
my closing thoughts. The boys need to go. They need to go get some stars. and I'm sick and tired of the BS. It's called Breece needs to quit bitching and complaining. Just take the damn money and shut up and just do what you have to do. I'm sick and tired of it.
Are you taunting me with your shirt that says Sin City, knowing that Mendoza is going to get drafted to go to Vegas and be in Sin
No,
City?
this is like a rock shirt for me because I'm used to this. It's because I just did laundry today and I'm really tired. It's just I've had enough things on my plate and
All
a
right.
lot of and
And
yesterday
you have a big plate.
yeah, I do, and I grilled yesterday on the show.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
burgers and
Closing
steaks.
thoughts?
That's it. Oh, and one more thing.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome for a barbecue. You're on the list.
Thank you. I can't wait.
Oh, and
I'll be there.
bring your appetite because when it comes to steaks and it comes to them burgers and Polish, we're gonna grill and we're gonna grill hard.
I'll be driving through Chicago in July. I'll stop
Oh,
by.
don't worry. I already know what your next thing is gonna be. Heads or tails.
Tails.
There you go.
What's up, Weed?
Hola.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How you, man? What's up, brother?
I'm good, bro. What you got back behind there? You got Chad Pennington, or is it Santonio Holmes?
It's Antonio Holmes.
Nice.
Everybody that sees it thinks it's Chad Pennington.
Well, I knew. I think I've seen it before. That's what she said. I think we've talked about it. That's why I said Holmes, because I thought I remember you having that.
Yeah, it's the only jersey I owned and I wore out before I got the Garrett Wilson one.
Nice. Awesome. How you doing, man?
I'm just chilling, man. Hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, you getting ready for Jets off season?
Yeah, I can't wait. Doesn't look too bad so far.
Yeah, you a fan of tagging Breece Hall or what?
Yeah, I wanted to keep him no matter what.
Nice.
Big fan of Breece Hall. Always have been.
Yeah, Jay. We're driving. I've never been to Chicago, Jay. I've never been to Chicago. We're doing a cross country trip. We're gonna try to hit Canton, hit Chicago, hit Mount Rushmore, hit Wyoming, like Jackson Hole. If we have time, Utah, and then Vegas, and then fly home from Vegas.
It's a hell of a trip.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
It's gonna be fun. Out on the road.
Well, I'm planning a camping trip, but it ain't gonna be nothing like that.
No, it'll be fun. It'd be nice to get away for a little while.
Yeah, it's always nice to get away.
Yeah, I haven't done anything big. She went on a trip a couple years ago with her cousin, her nephew, her two nephews, and her son. So there was 5 of them, and she did everything. So I was like, "Oh, you want me to drive so you can kind of relax and see the countryside now?" She's like, "Yep." I'm like, "All right, I got you."
That's what happens. We become designated drivers.
Yep. Jay wants to ask, camping trip in the backyard?
I could. I've done it before. That's how I test all my. Every time I get a new tent, I camp in the backyard first.
Nice. I'm actually going to be down in Keensburg soon. I got to go down and see. 2 of my buddies live down there. I called you last time I came down there. I think it was September.
I was pretty fucked up in September.
Yeah, I know. We could. I was just going to say we couldn't connect, but if you want to
Don't
go
remember
there,
too much.
yeah, we didn't connect, but I tried when I was down there. But I'm going to get together with them sometime this month for cigars again, and I'll hit you up.
Yeah, that'd be a good time. I'm at, what is it now? 158 days.
God bless you, man. Nice. I'm happy for you. You deserve it.
Yeah. Doing good. So what do you think about Kyler Murray? Do you want him? I'll take him if we can get him super cheap.
I tell you what, if it's a 1-year deal with no other future dead money, I'll find a way to like it. I won't like it immediately. But if it's not 15 dead next year, if you don't sign them, you know what I mean? Like if you don't extend them, I don't want any more dead money. If it is just a flat 1-year, $12 million deal with incentives, I can learn to like it. Like if we win 6 games, you get $250,000. We win 8 games, you get another $250,000. We make the playoffs, you get $250,000. You throw for 3,500 yards, you get $1 million. You throw 20 touchdowns, you get $500,000. You throw
Yeah, I wouldn't
30.
mind all that.
Just
If we get him, it's all price. If
fucking
we get it for cheap,
incentivize
as
the shit out of it, and if
Yeah.
he fucking does great, we will gladly pay it.
long as we don't have to give anything up for him, and if we get a relatively cheap deal, I'll take him. I don't give a fuck.
Jay has a question because Jay's a Duke fan and he thinks everyone's gay. He says, "How many days have you been straight?"
I've never been straight, Jay. You know this.
Yeah, see, Jay? Huh, take that, Jay. Yeah.
I haven't drank in 158 days, but I'm
God
not
bless you,
straight.
man. Oh, yeah.
I still smoke plenty of weed, and I abuse Seroquel.
All right. Hey, Siri. How many days ago was March 10th, 2023? Ooh, 1,089 days. So I should have a Chad Pennington and a Jericho Cotry hanging up for 1089. 1,089
There
days.
you go.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, you got to make sure, for those of you tuning in late or just coming in now, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Next Tuesday, it's the 3-year sober celebration. We will be having a raffle that night. Winner's choice. $5 super chat, gifted memberships, get you on. Everything's doubled from now until then. Fuck it. We got football, baby. You win. You choose the player. You choose the item. Mini helmet, jersey, autograph photo. Your call.
That's a nice raffle. I like that.
I'm someone who loves options. You know what I mean? You know, say if you put a Curtis Martin up there, someone might say, "Oh, you know, I'm younger. I didn't really see Curtis. I don't like him." Or I have something of Curtis. But if you just say to people, if you win, you pick the player, you pick the item, I say no to that.
Yeah, we
That
all
can
know
make
you love
even
Otto.
the most critical person say, "That's a good idea." Hell yeah, Thunderlips. 189 days for Thunderlips. But he sniffs glue and huffs Lysol.
Hell
All
yeah,
right,
man.
so
Whatever
you
you
know what,
gotta do.
Thunderlips? It explains why that mustache is so goddamn stiff. You sniff glue, and it
That
gets
mustache
from the
is not
mustache.
allowed within 100 yards of a school.
Yes, true. That's true. All right, Weed. I got a couple callers, my friend. I appreciate you for calling in. It's been a while since you've called in, so
I told you I'd
keep
give
up
you
the
a
good
call.
work, bro. And I tell you this all the time privately, and I'll fucking say it publicly now. I am so fucking proud of you. I am so happy
Thank
for
you,
you.
homie. I appreciate
And
it.
I tell people all the time who reach out to me, and I tell them, you deserve a beautiful life. It's out there for you. Go get it.
I don't disagree.
Oh, yeah. And
Thanks, brother.
if there's ever anything I can do to help you on that path, you know you can call me at any time.
Yeah, man. Of course. Appreciate
bro.
it.
I appreciate you more. You're a handsome fella.
Have a good night.
Have a good one, buddy. Next up, Tommy.
Nick, my boy, what's good, my man?
How are you, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hold on.
Question.
I'm sorry.
Question.
Hold on.
What's up?
Sean goes, I've been clean for 3 hours now. All right, Sean, it's a start. Good luck, bro. It's funny. I'm sorry. I'm gonna laugh at it.
Yeah. That being sober for 3 hours, you're still buzzed and you're still feeling nice.
That's it, man.
Oh man, but Nick, Jets questions, okay? Like I want Linderbaum too, okay? And I know they didn't franchise him. They're still like looking at whatever Baltimore, they might still sign him back. But what makes you think that he actually wants to come to the Jets, man? Like
I don't know if he wants to. I hope that he wants to.
But you think the Jets would offer him the most money compared to other teams that he would want to go to?
I'm saying I would. I'm saying that with the quarterback situation here, where you're not paying $55-60 million a year for a quarterback, I would put those investments into the center. I would. Now, I don't know if the Jets feel the same way. They might say we can draft a guy. They might say we're good with Myers for one more year. I'm just saying, with me knowing the Jets' history and knowing when we've been good, we've had a
Right.
top-of-the-line center. Could we go draft one and make him that? Sure. But when I
Nick,
see the amount of money that we have available the next 2 years, and I see a guy like Linderbaum, who normally a guy like that doesn't hit free agency, like this is different for a guy like this to hit free agency, man. Like this is worth spending the money, in my opinion.
Nick, hold on 5 seconds. I want to show you a picture of me and Kevin Mawai when I
Okay.
met him. Hold on. I'm sorry. I should have had it out in front. My bad.
All right. This commercial break is brought to you by Tommy being unprepared for the call. He was in the back for approximately 6 minutes before being brought on air, but now he's ready for the call and back to our previously scheduled program.
I know. I got to put a little far, right? Hold on.
Hold on. Let me. Nice. Oh, stop moving. All right. Oh, no, you're still moving.
Wait,
Now,
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it.
Opposite. Yep.
This way?
Almost there. Yep. That way. Oh, yep. A little bit over there. Right there. Don't move. All right, you moved. We can tell it's Kevin Mawai. We can't confirm that it's you. I don't know what you look like.
It's definitely me.
Age.
I know. It does say to Tommy, and in all his autographs, he used to write a prayer. It says, to Tommy, God bless. Best wishes, God bless, Kevin Mawai. And he always signed it with, so I don't know what it is, but it's 1.27. It says, I can't read if it's something from the Bible. He always signed a Bible scripture because he was a very religious man.
I tell you what, you got my number. Take a picture of it that's clear and send it to me.
I will. I'll send a few pictures with you. I met Vinny and all them, but
nice.
Yeah, he always signed it on the bottom. That is definitely me. That's my dad took me. That's back in Hofstra when I still had their practices in Hofstra, and we used to find out where they ate lunch. So we were only like, maybe there was like 15 people there, and back then there was no security, so we got all their autographs and everything.
They weren't super celebrities back then, dude. Mawai's contract was 5 years, 17 million. Like they weren't they weren't big. They didn't have the social media. People could go out and you had to learn things by word of mouth, like where they were going to eat. Nowadays, you go out to eat, people tweet it instantaneously, and you know where it is, and it's trending.
True. Social media was not like that back then. There was no social media, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there
social
was
media was email or AOL Instant Messenger.
AOL.
By the time you dialed up on AOL, the situation was over.
Yeah. Nick, I know you really don't want a receiver at 16, but what if Mekhi Lemon slips it to 16? Would you have any consideration on that or not really?
It's down my depth chart. Like it. Yeah, I'd rather. Like, I don't want Alex Anzalone. Like, I'm not getting excited about the idea of Alex Anzalone being in the middle of our defense. Like, you're talking about guys like Sonny Styles, CJ Allen. They're 21 years old. They're fucking great, freakish athletes. They're strong. They're fast. They can jump. They can run. I don't want to bring a fucking 32-year-old middle linebacker in the greatest middle linebacker class we've seen in quite a while. Like, that would be a Jet thing to do. Someone said earlier it'd be a Jet thing to do to give a center big money and not have a quarterback solidified. For me, it would be a Jet thing to do to bring in a 32-year-old middle linebacker when you have the opportunity to go get a fucking up-and-coming young 20-year-old stud. Kind of like Jay's theory about being a Duke fan. He likes young men.
That's not right. That's not right.
I said men. I said young men. 20 years old, young men. I'm not going below the belt there.
Yeah, well, you said Duke, right?
I did. He likes them. They're all preppy.
Come on.
What
happened to that football coach? Paterno?
Oh no, that's Penn State.
Bobby? Oh, okay. My bad. I'm thinking about Penn State. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And Dirty Cooch brings it up now. A lot of people, the reports are Lemon did so bad in his interviews that some people even removed him from their depth chart. Like I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to do receiver at 16. I'd rather take Vega the guard, CJ Allen at middle linebacker. This is if you took Reese or Bailey at 2.
Right.
Go get CJ Allen. Go get either Banks or McDonald to put them and have a good 4-man rotation with your front defensive lineman. Get a safety. You know, they're talking about the could be going as high in the teens. If Sadiq is there, even though I don't want to get another tight end, like these are all players I would want to take before Lemon. If Lemon had tremendous interviews, sure, but he just did not look the part of a professional. And coming into New York, man, can wreck a kid's head. And if you're not set, yeah, Clancy Downs too. Downs with the potential knee. I think it's a meniscus tear was found, a slight tear or knee damage was found at the combine. Maybe he slides.
Oh, I just had the thought in my head. Okay. You just meant up the safety. Dylan. I always call him Terriman because that's our guy, Dylan Terriman.
Yeah,
But I know it's
different DT.
Thienan. Yeah,
Yeah.
DT. You think that?
I think it is.
Yeah, D Teneman, something like that. It's Thie Teneman. It starts with a T, right? I think THEN or
THIENEMAN. Thieneman.
right. And since his 40 jumped up, I know our DT was talking about this. Would you go as high as draft him at 16 since he's supposed to move up to around the mid first round? Or not really?
I would maneuver a little bit. I would maneuver a little bit. And I would see if we could drop back a couple spots, pick up a 3, and I would work the board a little, knowing that you also have Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Emmanuel Warren McNeil. I forget which way the hyphenated name goes. You know, if you really want to target a safety, but I've heard rumors. I said it last Thursday on the show. Rich Cimini confirmed on Sunday what I said. Keep an eye out on Minkah Fitzpatrick being a possibility for the Jets to trade or sign if he gets released. So maybe they're looking for a veteran on the back end and get that experience on the back end, and then build your front seven with youth and speed. I'm not going to be excited if Alex Anzalone gets fucking money. I'm not. Like there's nobody in the world.
What about Demario Davis?
Again, Demario Davis. He's
same thing.
In
same
the league
thing.
20 years. He's older than Anzalone. He's got to be like 37 or 38.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still playing. He's been playing since I was in I think middle school or almost like my early years of high school. And I'm
we
40
had him
now.
Twice, Tommy. We had him twice and let him go.
Right. Oh man, and definitely not Ty Simpson. You don't want at 16. I know that, right?
I don't. I would rather just go with a veteran, and then why take?
What about a 33?
I don't think.
I know he's not going to last probably to that long, but if he did,
I don't think it gets to 33. If he's there at 31, 32, not 31, the Patriots wouldn't do it, but 30 or 32. You jump up, you give an extra pick, and you just get the 5th-year option because now you have the extra year if in case the quarterback hits. I would hate using a first-round pick on a player like that who I discussed in great length on this channel why I wouldn't do it, and then have to go and get another first pick next year. I just think that you're better off getting a veteran, or not a veteran, a later round pick, a developmental guy who can be a backup, who fits your scheme, and then next year you go get the quarterback with one of the 3 ones.
Yeah, but see, Nick, that's my thing. If they're going to go after a later round pick in round 4 or 5, why even do that? I mean, just like for luck.
Because you can get a guy who comes in and is career backup and is developmental.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if we're horrible, right, and the Jets get a guy in the 4th, 5th round, and they're going to develop him, and then you're going to, if we suck, we're horrible, we're just going to go draft the 1st round or 2nd round quarterback. So you're going to have these two. Why even go that route with the 4th, 5th round quarterback?
You get career backups, right? Like Chase Daniels was a career backup, Like there's guys who are just meant to be a backup, a clipboard holder, Like not everyone is meant to be a starter in the NFL.
All right,
there's
true.
32 starters, and a third of those guys get replaced every year, if not more. So you never know when you're going to catch lightning in a bottle. I would take a guy in the middle round, with one of those 170 picks. I would take a guy who fits what you want in a quarterback and has a similar skill set for what you're looking for with all the characteristics and traits that Frank Reich's system requires. And then Next year, you go in with the one and get it. And then if there's a competition, there's a competition. And if your backup starts for a little bit until the first rounder's ready, that's fine. But just don't throw the kid to the wolves next year. Let him go when he's ready. And if that means a low level backup starts 6 or 8 games, I'm okay with it because I want my rookie ready when he hits the field. And I don't want to do the Bryce Young. Let's start him. He's not ready. Let's sit him. Let's bring him back in. Let's hope he's got it now. I don't want that drama in New York. I would rather have people bitching the kid's not in there yet than put him in and he gets torched immediately. But Tommy, I appreciate the call, man.
Nick, one last thing. Thank you so much for you and the committee putting me against the OG one punch Dave Brigham. I don't know how I can come up with anything in my life.
You gotta start dodging the punches, bro.
I need some opinions on some people because I know I'm gonna lose, but I still want to give something. You know what I mean? I got to give something to the Asmaniac, like just to pull out something. I don't know what I'm gonna. I have no idea. At least I got a couple, like a week or two.
You live in Jersey City, bro. Go find a cool shop with some cool hats and go on as Dave Brigham. Do like
I'm gonna
put my Brigham impersonation.
Nick, I'm gonna put on my big ass. I'm not gonna show it yet. My big ass Jets helmet signed by Keyshawn. I'm gonna find a few my lady friends. I'm gonna have them all in my old Jets jerseys and just say, "We want to root for Tommy. One punch Brigham is going down." I mean, I got nothing bad to say against Dave Brigham. I can't argue with him.
You could argue with him about you could get the moon landing going.
I can get something about that, but I mean, and the Christ and Jesus. But I believe in Christ and I believe in the moons. So I can't bring out all my things, but I love Dave. I love you, Jake, and everything. All the Jet fans, man, for being there. You guys make my day. Like you said, Nick. I think you said it the last time you were on the show. Like, you don't really go to meetings, but this is your family, and this is what makes. And that's the same thing with me, man. In my heart, I still go to a couple meetings here and there. I still, like, whenever I can, especially with my mom on Sundays, I go to a virtual meeting with her.
Yeah.
But this is my community, and
definitely
this is what gives my heart peace. So I appreciate everything that you do, and everything that like all the Jets podcasters do, man. So shout out to you. Have a great show, Nick. And I'll definitely see you next Tuesday. I'll be in your show. I think you have another show, what, Thursday, you said? And Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday at 7, and then Friday night at 9, Dylan Fieneman? Dylan Terraman. You got me confused. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan Terraman will be with me Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to do round 2 of our mock draft series. We're going to have alternating mock where we're just going to pick. We're going to do the same mock, but pick back and forth. So,
and then Sunday you'll be back
scenarios with that. We're going to each pick 2 players we think the Jets could realistically sign in free agency, and then have our mock based off of that. So keep an eye out for that. And then Sunday night, 8 o'clock, Gunny will be with me for a free agency preview. So a lot of big things coming up this week, and hope you all enjoy it.
And Tuesday's the big night.
Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern next Tuesday. The 3-year celebration.
Hell yeah.
And the raffle giveaway, winner's choice. And everyone you can think of will be here. It'll be a good night.
I'll definitely be there, Nick. Have a great show.
Appreciate
Love you, brother.
Thank you.
Be good.
Bye-bye. During that, I missed the super chat. Sorry, Chad. My apologies for the delay. Nick, who would you like as your 2 veteran quarterbacks we should bring in? I'm a big believer in Kirk Cousins just because he can stand in the pocket, throw the ball. If you look at all the time our offensive line gave to Fields and Taylor and Brady Cook last year, Cousins will get the ball out. It was a big problem with our offense last year. The quarterbacks just didn't get the fucking ball out. Guys were open. All the analytics and the data shows that it was open, that they were open time and time again. And that was without Garrett Wilson for most of the year. Cousins has force-fed the ball to his stars. Go look at the numbers that receivers had in Minnesota. I mean, he's not sexy, but it's like 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns was like a minimum for him for a while. Go get, I don't know, take a shot on Trubisky. He made 1.7 last year as the backup to Josh Allen. Go get him. Give him a chance. He's got over 30 career starts. He's made the playoffs twice as a starter with Chicago. Maybe he learned from Josh Allen. Maybe he learned from Joe Brady up there. Maybe that could be a cheap option for $6 million, and then you incentivize his deal as well. So there's plenty of guys out there. But Chad, thank you for the super chat. You're in the winner's choice raffle for next week. Next up, is this your first time? I thought so. I'm like, I know we've talked. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a first time caller on the show. Very excited about this. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something.
Yeah, no, I'm staying right here.
Oh, look at my eye! Oh, look at my eye!
You're ridiculous. What the fuck? What the
Oh.
At least your mouth wasn't open.
Should I leave?
How quickly does pink eye set in?
Eli Betts, first time caller to the show. What's up, my man?
How you doing, Nick?
I'm great, man. Pleasure to meet you and talk to you. We've emailed, we talk in here, Discord. This is our first time, man. This is great.
Yeah, first time caller, long time listener. So I just wanted
Welcome
to say,
to the program, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, man. You do great work. So
thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. I wanted to call in. First of all, I want to say congratulations on your sobriety. That's first and foremost.
Appreciate that.
You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Secondly, you see the caption. I'm all in on Sonny Styles, man. I want Sonny Styles. Dude is a freak athlete. He's going to solidify the linebacker crew, the linebackers for years on end, and we need that guy. And you know what? I'm going to double down. At 16, go get Folk while you're at it. Solidify those linebackers for 10 years. We had Calvin Pace. We had David Harris. We had when we were good, our linebackers were covering, running around, hitting people hard. And that's what I feel like both those players can do. I don't know if this is a deep, pass rushing class.
They like it. All the pundits, Connor Rogers and people he talks with, and Todd McShay, who's heavy in my algorithm right now. Obviously, this time of year, they like the edge class. I don't know if they're saying it's elite, but there's a lot of depth, and that's the really good thing for Jets fans, right? We need an edge rusher, we need a middle linebacker, we need a safety, and this is 3 of the deepest positions in this draft. So this is a really good time for us to capitalize on that deep, which is why I don't want an Anzalone, which is why I don't want to fuck around in free agency. Like, go get your young guys and build. And if if you fail as a coaching staff, guess what? A good coaching staff can come in and this team can win instantly. You see it in New England, and they don't even have a great roster.
Absolutely. And I know everybody's big on Reece, and I understand why. He's another freak guy. The production towards the end of the season, it kind of worries me. I didn't hear that with Sonny Styles. The dude just kept balling out, and I think he got a 9.99 RAS score.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's a freak athlete, man.
Yes. Yeah,
And
we need that.
Yeah. And the thing I love about him is people are like, don't draft because he's no. He's not getting drafted just because he's athletic. What you found out at the combine is that he's just as athletic as he is an elite player. Some people have great film. They're super fast, but they play slow. You know what I mean? Like, some are gamers. This guy has it all. He's the total package. You were drafting him high already because of his film and his production. He had 22% missed tackle rate in 24, had 1 missed tackle going into the playoffs this year. So he improved on what was a negative the year before. That's a guy that I want a part of the team. Listen, if we pick him at 2, I'm gonna be happy that we got the lead, the center, the captain of our defense, right? I like it because we have Sweat in front of him. I like it because Sherwood moves to off ball. And now at 16, you go get an edge. You go get a Falk who can play D end, or maybe, go to 4-3 outside when you change your fronts. We're gonna play a 4-2 a lot because there's a lot of nickel. You're going to play a 3-3, right? With your nickel package. So there's a lot of different formations we can play. Go get guys that fit that style. Get guys that can be, queens on the chessboard. An Arvell Reese can move around. Styles can move around. Sherwood, not as your Mike, can move around. He can line up on a tight end out wide or a running back who motions out. He can go with them. You want to be able to not get exploited, because if you go out there and square peg, square hole, round peg, round hole, you're going to get exploited in the NFL. They're going to find the mismatches and they're just going to fucking beat it down time and time and time again. So get guys that do exploiting and don't get exploited.
Amen. Yes, I agree. We need playmakers on that side of the ball. We have none, and those guys are legit. And I think that they would turn around our linebacking core, our defense in general. They'll be leaders on that side of the ball. They'll make sure everybody's at the right position. I know they're young. They might not get the green dot the first year, but if you're eventually going to move off Sherwood the year after, you got two replacements right there. So I'm all in on defense. I don't want a wide receiver at 16. I don't want Ty Simpson at 16. I need two solid players at 2 and 16 that I
Yeah.
know are cornerstones, that I don't got to worry about them plug and play. That the linebacking core is going to be great.
So a video that I saw, your comment just triggered that in my brain. And it said Styles, Vega, Love, and it was one more. I forget the fourth guy. I was listening to it this morning when I was getting ready for work. He said, who cares about position? If you're drafting a guy who can be an all pro and you're drafting a guy who can potentially make the Hall of Fame and you feel that strongly about the player, take him. Who's going to care where you took him if you draft Vega and he's a Hall of Fame guard? If he turns into a Quentin Nelson or a Zach Martin. The Cowboys drafted Zach Martin, I think, in like the teens, like 14, I think,
Yeah.
if I'm correct. Chat, please, someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. But, Quentin Nelson went 6 to the Colts. Is there any problem with that? No, because they made you look good because you hit.
Yep.
You take Vega at 16 and Styles at 2, and you have 2 all-pro type players for the next decade, who's going to give a shit that you overdrafted them? You took great players. So I think as Jets fans, with our history, with our general managers, Eli, we have anxiety. We have failure anxiety with guys that we signed, Le'Veon Bell, with all the other guys that we've signed that have failed, and with the guys that we've drafted that failed. Don't hesitate to take a great player. I mean, forget the draft placement and just place a great player on the team.
Yeah, we need some playmakers. We need some turnovers. We just got to overhaul this defense. I want to get younger. Those guys will get us younger. They'll be cornerstones. It's just an easy decision in my opinion. But
Yeah,
I'm
with
I'm
you,
an
man.
armchair GM, so what do I know? But
We all are. We all are. Some chairs are wider than others, but we're all armchair GM. Some are love seats, some are full couches, some are chairs, some are bar stools, whatever. I mean, we just want to see our team get better, and we all have our own ideology and our own theories on what could do it. But I mean, we're at the point of the game. If you're adding elite talent, that's all that matters. Like, just hit. Like, these first 4 picks, hit. And if you can get 2 players that end up being all pro type of talent, I don't care what, as long as it's not a fucking special teamer. We already got guys who got chipped out of that this year. They were all pro types, and just because we're the Jets, they didn't get love.
yeah,
But I get what you're saying, man, and I'm with you. Like, just add the elite talent.
I agree.
And
Nick,
then when you get close, then you can get more selective with the position, and you can get the quarterback next year and add a receiver around him and go get your 5th offensive lineman, whatever you need to do. That's when you get cute and you cater to the quarterback. But right now, make the team good so that whoever's playing quarterback has a chance to win a game.
yeah, absolutely. And one more thing,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. I know he's a polarizing guy. He's perfect for the job. He'll get injured 8 weeks in. We'll put in a backup and then just complete the tank and get rid of AG and start all over. So bring in Kyler Murray.
All right. Listen, if it's a 1 year deal where there's no future dead money, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see void years. I don't want to see 8 million dead cap in 27 or 28. I don't want that. Like if it's a 1 year flat deal, incentive based, okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna get excited about it. But I'm like, all right, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Eli, man. This was a nice surprise to see your face pop up. And dude, great call. Don't be a stranger. Call in anytime, my friend.
I really do appreciate it, Nick. And I'll be talking to you soon, my friend.
Awesome.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it. Be well.
You too, brother.
What a great surprise that was. That was nice. Now, earlier in the chat, Boomtown was behind. He was catching up. I'm going to take one more call, and then Boomtown has a question that he teased me with that he wants my reaction and see if it changes my theory. Jets Worldwide says, have you met any cute teachers during the day now? I mean, they've met a cute custodian. There's some, but I'm 47. The cute ones are too young. Oh, the caller disappeared. All right. Boomtown, drop your question. We had an all-time caller on the line. But folks, again, we got over 50 of you here watching. I appreciate you joining. Programming notes going forward. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Friday night with Dylan Terraman, 9 p.m. Sunday night, 8 p.m. with Gunny. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m., 3-year sober show. Winner's Choice raffle giveaway. Loaded, star-studded lineup for you guys next Tuesday. I hope you all can make it. All right, here we go, folks. I will read this for the first time with you and give my honest gut shot reaction. Boom says draft question. If things go worst case and every one of your top players are gone by our pick at 16 and we can't trade back, who do you project we get stuck taking? Will you be happy with that pick? Okay. So my top 3 choices at 16 would be CJ Allen. Granted, we take Reese, Banks, and Vega. So if those 3 guys are gone, and worst case scenario, right? Who do I project we get stuck taking? So if those 3 guys are gone, that means maybe a receiver fell. Maybe you take Tyson. Maybe Jordan Tyson falls. And even though I don't like the injury risks and I don't want to take a receiver, I think that talent is too great to not. Dirty Cooch brings up a name. If Banks is gone, it probably means that Woods slid. That's what she said. Let me pull up the board. So if they're gone, you're probably looking at Tyson fell, maybe Keldrick Falk. I think Falk is, he's 6'6", almost 280. He could play that Richard Seymour defensive end in a 3-4. He can move out on a 4-3 setting. I'm looking at other names here. I mean, if you don't take oh man, this is a tough one, Boom. And I can't trade out. This is a good question, Boom. I'm glad I waited though. I mean, Dylan Fieneman, safety, is climbing up. Caden McDonald would be an option, right? If it's not Woods. So I would go with Tyson, McDonald, or Woods, because I think those would be the guys that slid if my three are gone. But I hope I answered that well enough for you. Eli with a great call. And then a super chat. You rock, Nick. Thank you to everyone for the support. Eli, that was a tremendous call, man. And I hope you become a regular, bro. That was really great. And thank you for all the contributions you make to the show. And now, as a caller, my friend, growing on the program day by day, you're in the raffle for 8 entries. Thank you. I appreciate you. Dirty Cooch. AG haters are banned from enjoying any future wins. Why? I'm not an AG hater. I love Aaron Glenn. But I think I was pretty fair with assessing that his year one left a lot to be desired for. I think his year one was borderline pathetic at times. I don't hate Aaron Glenn. I just think Aaron Glenn has a lot of improving to do. I'm rooting for him. I'll always root for a Jet head coach. Even Gase. Adam Gase gave us the greatest offensive trilogy we've had in quite a long time. We had 3 straight games scoring 34 points against the Giants, the Raiders, and the Redskins. One of those games was the Jamal Adams strip sack, ripped the ball right out of the hands. I think it was Daniel Jones and returned it for a touchdown. 34 points the Jets scored in 3 straight games. It's the greatest run we've had since Fitzpatrick to Decker in the corner. Adirondack Fly Guy gifted a membership. Went to Flight Risk Jets. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. And I guess I missed calls before. Knobcraft and Johnny called me back to back. That's been a little bit on the show. I'm sorry, guys. I missed it. You guys are nice guys, though. Appreciate you both. Oh, not me. All right. That's fair. Hell yeah. Let's critique everyone else, not me. Look at me agreeing with the Dirty Cooch. I love it. Jets Worldwide, Snowball. If you haven't, go over, show some love to Snowball and Johnny. They're doing good things on Friday nights. Your first time is always awkward. It's true. It's very true. It is. Sometimes the second and third time, too. Lane Kerner. Do you see Delaney McCoy being drafted by the Jets? Look at Lane. I know Dramon McCoy. Sometimes you got to piece together the names. I know Mansour Delane and I know Gerard McCoy. I believe you've added both of those players together into one, which is very Lane-like. And it's very Adirondack Fly Guy-like. Gives another membership that went to Joey Fiala. Thank you, Adirondack. I appreciate you. Folks, don't forget, now until next Tuesday night, every raffle entry is doubled. Adirondack's in for 4 more. Appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. I worked 12 hours today from 8:30 to 9. And I wanted to get home. And when I hear the Jets news right away, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk with everybody. I look forward to it. So thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for always being there. You guys are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Lions fans of all ages, David D, one of our resident Detroit Lions fans, just gifted 5 memberships. They went to Matthias Morales, Darren Crocker, Ray Danger, James Thurlow, Michael Panza. If you have the lion emoji, if you are a shiner, you are a member of the channel, do what Boomtown and Eli just did. Hit that emoji, show David some love. Appreciate you, David, as always. All your contributions in the chat, and of course, with gifting. Your knowledge is great, and you are even greater, my friend. Now, I got to ask you a question, David. Thoughts on letting your center go? I was at work. I had a very busy day, almost 23,000 steps. I'm going to show this to you guys right now because it is no lie. 22,169. Look at that. Living the 6'9" life, even with my steps. So I overshot it with 23,000. I apologize. 22,169. But to be fair, I did have my phone charging for a little bit towards the end of the day, and I did get some steps in without the phone on me. But David, thoughts on the player the Lions released today? I would love to hear that. I don't even know. Was it Ragnow? And shout out to Boomtown. Very good question. I like that. Oh, Glasgow. Still has good intangibles and versatility, but his skills have declined. All right, that's fair. I know it's some sort of Scottish dude. I know you've had Ragnow and Glasgow. I don't even know if the Gow is Scottish. Correct me in the chat. Is Rick Ken here? Is Weed here? They're studious people on cultural things. Yes, Ragnow retired. He tried to come back mid-season, right? But he couldn't get ready in time, so they never activated him. Yes, I know it's a city, but all right, Glasgow is a city in Scotland. So Ragnow and Glasgow, well, it's Glasgow, right? How do you say it? This is where you need a Rick Kent call-in, baby. This is where you need a Rick Kent call-in to be my lifeline, and I could throw all my questions to him in real time. Black Gypsy's here. I'm just here so I don't get fined and say Downs. Gypsy, Downs going to slide to 16 now with the knee report coming out of the combine. How about that? Take Reese and then Downs. How about Styles and then Downs? Also, a buddy of mine, a Cowboy fan, texted me and he asked me, he saw it on a Cowboys page. Would you do this trade? And it was us giving number 16, and it was 16, the fourth, 103, and a 7 for number 12. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'd do that. He's like, really? I go, yeah. I go, also, I don't know where you're getting this info from, but that's a massive underpay. I'm like, more realistic would be 12 and 16 and 44 for 12. Did I talk about the Bears center retiring at 27 today? I didn't bring that up. I know someone mentioned it in the chat earlier, but no, I didn't. Listen, this is the world we live in nowadays. These guys make so much money, they don't need to play for 20 years. You know, guys used to play because they were making $150,000 a year and they didn't know what else to do. Nowadays, it's, not everyone's Tom Brady who wants to wreck Nick Shine's life and just keep playing forever and winning. Would have been great if Tom Brady fucking retired at 27. David says, interesting. Tate Ratledge, who ended up back at right guard and had a good rookie season, is being considered again for center. I know you followed him with Georgia, number 69 with the Lions. Nice. Yeah, I was a Ratledge fan. I know he's big and physical. I liked him. Oh, Brian also here so he doesn't get fined. Is Black Gypsy just a Brian burner account? We don't know. More at 11. Big fella, we need Sonny Styles at 2. Would you draft Sonny Styles at 2, Mr.
Yeah,
Kerner?
yeah. I mean, yeah, because I mean, now these are the questions.
Well, let me
Do
ask you, would
you
you rather
get
take
Lemon
Arvell
or Sunny
Styles?
Styles?
Would you rather take Arvell Styles or Sonny Reese?
Well, Arvell Reese, not
Okay.
Sunny Styles. But I think I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
you mean you
Would you
want
rather
him in the
take
second
Carnell
round or the first
Downs?
round?
Would you rather take Carnell Downs?
Well, is he in the first round or second round? Well, yeah.
Both.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I could see you picking up him in the draft. I don't know. I don't know how he'll do though, but maybe he'll do good. You know,
Very good
because
point.
he has it.
Now, let me
Yeah,
ask you a question. You
yeah,
always call in, Lane, and you ask us questions about the Jets. I'm going to flip
yeah.
the script today, Lane, and
Yes,
I'm going to
I'm
ask you,
ready.
what do you think your Giants are going to do at 5?
Um, uh, they would probably draft somebody out of college
Interesting strategy. Do you think it'll work?
because, well, I don't. I mean, there's a lot of players in like college. Because
There are.
Mendoza's out. He's not gonna go. He's gonna go to the Raiders.
Did you ever go to college?
No, and then never went to college. But
If you went to college, Lane, I bet the
yeah,
ladies would consider you a player.
yeah, I know. I mean, I am a player, but yeah, I wanted
Player,
to,
player.
but it was hard with me because I never was good with math, so that's why. And
Lane,
I
say goodnight to
wasn't
Leanie.
at it. Good night, Lenny. Oh yeah, I need some sleep. Good night, Nick and the
Sweet
signers.
dreams, Leanie. And I hope you have dreams of Lane being a handsome hunk in college and a player.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, Lemon's good. You could either take him or you can take Sunny Styles
How about
or
Cherry?
who?
Cherry.
Yeah, well, he could be drafted also. Um, because, you sign him and you see how he does, going into this season. I also, yeah, I heard the news that Detroit, um they traded somebody, the
They
Detroit
did.
Lions.
Now, Lane, let me ask you a question. In
Yeah,
all honesty,
yeah,
if you walk into the produce section, are you getting a lemon, a banana, a cherry, an orange? What's the first thing that you're putting in your cart?
bananas.
Grapes? Bananas?
Yeah, because they're healthy. Yeah, actually, talking about bananas, I had some today, actually,
Yeah.
like, because I was hungry.
Bananas are good.
And,
Banana's one of my favorite flavor. Like if I get a milkshake, I'll ask, do they have a banana flavored milkshake? And do you mix peanut butter and banana together at all, Lane?
that stuff is good.
Oh
I
man,
had one
you
time.
go to Sonic. Do you have a Sonic near you? Because Sonic makes the greatest
No,
milkshakes in the world. You got to get to a Sonic and get
correct.
a peanut butter banana milkshake with the whipped cream on top and a cherry, and
And they
it's
have all
phenomenal.
kinds of milkshakes, so, like, I mean, I did make a chocolate one time and put the ice cream in it. It tastes pretty good. The
Yeah.
chocolate sauce.
All right. All right. Rick Kent says you're the banana guy.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's actually really good that like Addison has a video of me throwing a banana box at
Nice.
the Esme. Like that
Nice.
video was like funny, it stuck in my head.
Now, Dirty
Yeah.
Cooch says something I don't agree with. He says being hungry is always a good reason to eat. Do you agree with that?
I don't know what he's saying.
He's talking crazy, right?
I did, yeah, but I am happy to say that you had a good surprise earlier. The guy called him for the first time.
And he's commenting here. Says Lane is such a pro on these calls. I got to study his film.
I've never seen him in person. It's the first time that he's even called into your show.
Well, how would you see him in person otherwise? Are you driving around Colorado looking for him?
No.
All right. Big fella asked a
Oh,
pretty important question. Would you mind
yeah.
answering this? Now, I know you've answered this before, but some people may have missed it.
Okay.
First
Let
one or
me
second one?
TIT?
Oh,
Not
all right.
other one. That's
You,
weird.
so you like
Everybody has
here?
one.
You like this over that?
Well, everybody has it has two cheeks. Everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah, I would have to
You
say,
ever
backstage.
you ever clap those cheeks, Lane?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the other thing that you're thinking.
No,
That's
no.
weird.
Which do you prefer to look at on a lady? Here or there?
Fine.
Here.
Everybody has that.
Not everyone has that.
Only
Not
women have
everyone
that.
has
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Some are built like batteries. They're double A's. No, not everyone has that.
Double A's. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. Play on a player lane, the big fella road. Let me see what else. Yeah, so you have to go back to mostly how they played the ball last year because
Yeah.
if you could see how he's doing that for next year, if everybody stays healthy, it's gonna be gonna be in for something good. But
Very
yeah, I
good.
don't know what you do with Justin Fields. I don't know if you keep him.
How do you feel about Jackson Dart?
Jackson Dart's a big. Well, I want to see him going. Like, if you trade him, he goes to the Jets. He's going to do good. But I don't know if the Giants want to really give him
I
up
don't think they're going to
'cause
trade
I
the
think they're going
quarterback
to keep
after
him.
1 year.
Why is it? Is it because he's too good to go to
Did you
another
just
team?
fart?
Or
Did you just fart?
um,
I think I heard one.
yeah, it
Yeah, I
happened.
thought I heard it. I thought you can't get them
Yeah,
past me anymore. I know your ways. I know you're a
that was
trickster,
like the
Lane
first
Turner.
time I called him. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you for calling in, Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, Lane always tries to sneak one in on me, but I'm up to his tricks. I know. Great call from Lane as always. You never know where a Lane call is going to go. Black Gypsy, can someone get me Lane's address? I'm buying. Yeah, Gypsy, he's one of one, man. He's tremendous. But folks, we're winding down the show. Call lines are open. If you're interested in calling in, please do so. Last chance to get in tonight. Thank you again to everyone who contributed to the program tonight. But we are going to, it takes me a while to wind down. I get like an adrenaline rush doing this show. So it takes me a while to melt off or drift off. All right, I am tired. To drift off into Nana land. So it's that time.
Hey there, Shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Motown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
Ladies and gentlemen, I played the wrong video, but we will ask you anyway. What did you learn today? Not yet, Kevin. I fucked up. I'm tired.
Now let's go to what did we learn today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I appreciate you for watching this program tonight. Drop your what did we learn. I will talk and ramble for a couple more seconds. Allow you to type it up. And hopefully we could do this a bunch of times this year. Listen, Kevin Tats, I don't want to brag or anything, but little bit of a professional when it comes to being premature. You know what I mean? Black Gypsy. I learned I'm buying Lane all the chapstick in the world. Very nice. Brian, 7 more days. Yes, sir. The rest of my life to go, baby. Day by day. Oh, Mark Ferraro. What's up? Catching alive. I love it, Mark. Dirty Cooch. I learned Johnny likes his bananas curved. Dirty Cooch, I will simplify this for you. Johnny likes everything, every way, everywhere from everyone. He doesn't draw lines. Big fella, I learned tits and ass are weird. That's weird. That's, that's my Lane face. Oh, that's weird. Lane kind of makes faces when he gets upset, and it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, that's weird. Johnny, I learned that the cooch is back. MC Mays, we learned how much Nick Shine likes to be teased, and boom, delivered. Nice. Rick Kent, I learned the big fella is the legend. Rick Kent, took you this long to learn that? You're a very smart man, prestigious man in our community. You should have known already. Oh, you didn't know? Eli Betts, I learned that calling into YouTube shows isn't as easy as some people make it seem. You got to get the StreamYard Guest app. It makes it easier. Download StreamYard Guest, and that will help your process along. And then you authenticate your StreamYard account with your YouTube account, and that's what makes it easy to call in. Snowball, I learned Lane always sneaks one in on Nick. He may have snuck in more, but sometimes I'm busy. I'm busy talking. I know you know, Rick. How can anyone not know that both you and the big fella are legendary, iconic figures? Dirty Cooch, I didn't go anywhere. I was just shadow banned by YouTube for a few months. Yeah, you created the other account. As long as both accounts are subscribed, I support this. Black Gypsy, how do I get on Discord? You can download the app or go to discord.com. You can download it on your computer, create an account. It's just like joining like any social media. If you join, hit me up. We'll add you to my Discord, man. Big fella, I learned my phone is getting to be as shitty as JJ's. Oh no, what happened? Kevin Tats, I learned Gypsy needs in on the Discord. Nice. And what every guy wants to hear from a dirty cooch. Much love, gentlemen. Johnny, I learned that the New Age Outlaws still hit. Oh, it always does. That's one. If you know, you know. Oh, yeah. So during Bobby's 24-hour stream, Addison's 24-hour stream, I think it was Bobby's. He tried to do it. We were doing GeoFinder, and one of the places Eli is messaging in the chat. He's like, "No, no, it's Colorado. It's right here. I've driven on that street, and we found it, and it's the closest we've ever gotten to the GeoFinder or geolocation. It's called." And Eli, that was a great moment. Oh, somebody said we're gonna wait a minute. I think I'm waiting for the camera to load. It's loaded. Here we go. What's up, Coach?
Hey,
How
buddy.
are you, my clean-shaven friend?
I'm doing well. I started growing it back a little bit.
Call you Green Bean, bro. What the hell?
It happens. I'm seasonal
you.
anyway. Yeah.
I hear you.
Good to see you. Love the positivity on the show again. Can't say it enough.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm
Yeah.
trying. Like, I got beat down a little bit with Aaron Glenn and the slow process of the firings. Like, it was just like, why are we still? It was championship weekend. It was 21 days after our season ended. and we're still making coaching moves. And I was just like, what are we doing? It looked to me to be inept. I hope the new plan works. That's all I could say. I hope the new plan works. I hope the redirection after the redirection to the original direction finds us success.
That resonates with me. I was frustrated with the process and super optimistic at the end of that we'd come out with the best
Yeah.
we could. And quite frankly, I feel like that happened. So it's like I ran a half marathon and it hurt the whole way, but I crossed the finish line and I'm not telling anyone my time. So I finished. So
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
I think a
And there's
lot
a
of
little more. Like while you were running the marathon, like your house got robbed, your wife cheated on you. Like that was what the Jet season felt like. Even though you got to the end, like every possible scenario in the world went wrong for us.
it felt that way. I think I think oftentimes with the Jets, they find new ways to lower the bar or to shock us, or the hold my beer, we're the New York Jets. Look what we can do this year. Oh, you thought we hit rock bottom. And I think we're all very tortured souls in our
Yeah.
absolute passion for this team. So I think when we see these cracks in the offseason of hiring didn't go smooth, why did it happen a month late? We all say, like, these
So
are more
drawn out.
cracks.
Like if you would have came on Black Monday or Tuesday, right, and said, "Bang, these 9 guys are gone." All right, you knew where the problem was. You immediately assessed and you immediately acted. It would have shown confidence. But I think the long drawn out process is what just beat me down. Like, and I snapped. And I normally don't do that. Like you said, you watch the show a lot. You're a big supporter of the program. I'm pretty positive. Even if I got to go to 28 or 29 the year, Boomtown always reminds me of. But I think that I'm gonna hope that they got it right, and I'm gonna hope that Frank Reich looks like a genius, and I'm gonna hope that all of our draft picks become all pros, and I'm gonna get sucked back in, and I'm gonna do everything but buy season tickets. Like I already talked to my son. We're gonna put our money into road games, and if we're blessed and gifted home game tickets, we'll go. But we're gonna put our money into road trips this year. He's working now, so I'm like, oh, you can pay your way. All right, we'll get on the plane, son. We don't have to drive anymore.
I mean, I have a 12-year-old, and we travel to away games and go all over the place, and just the bonding moments, the
Yeah.
meeting Jets fans in new cities and seeing new cities and exploring new food together is just awesome.
My stomach just got corrected from trying chili in Cincinnati. That was a rough ride home, man. I'm not gonna lie. Having Skyline chili and then driving home the next day, that was fucking rough.
Cold sweats and looking for.
Yeah. Is this or is this not a fart? I'm not a pro like Lane. I didn't know. We had to pull over a couple times. I had to use the facilities.
Hey, as long as you're not doing it while streaming, it's you go crazy.
Okay. That's very important. Hey, you know what? Sometimes my stomach acts up, and to be honest, sometimes I might have to postpone a show because there's a little stomach issue going on.
I respect that. Hey, I've had this thought. I want to share it. It's an optimism. Again, I'm going to take the under the wins because I took the over for the last, I don't know, 10 years and lost. But I'm hoping to lose that bet. So here's my optimistic thought.
Go.
We don't trade back. I want us to. We take 4 starting players. Maybe it's 2 on offense, 2 on defense, 3 on defense, 1 on offense. I don't know. I can tell you who my favorite players are. We can all debate that. That's the fun of the internet, and these shows are awesome to make me think. I love the analysis. Okay, we get to that 4th round. There's a Nussmeier. There's a Carson Beck. There's something that occurs in the quarterback room and add some young talent. And then I start to think, all right, Kirk Cousin, Will Levis, whatever names you want to add in the vet market. And I hope that they're cheaply acquired financially and any draft capital. Okay, we hit on a 4th round quarterback. Like, I mean, the vets start.
Kirk Cousins was a 3rd round quarterback.
Right. And he didn't
I'll take
start
3,530 touchdowns like Kirk Cousins was doing every year. The 3rd round pick. And he was a 3rd round pick the year they took a quarterback number 1 with RG3.
Absolutely. So how excited are you thinking of the like, okay, Frank Reich and they start developing this guy. And so by mid-year, we're average at best. And they're like, this guy's ready to go in and get some game reps, because if we don't get him game reps now, we're taking a quarterback high next year. So we need to know what we've got. That may not stop us, but let's say this guy comes out and slays the end of the year. And I'm being optimistic. It's not wins, it's what you see with your eye test. Whoa, he's distributing the ball. He's reading the defense. He's doing some of the things that we're like, now we're playing with the lead. Now we have a pass rush. Wait, what's happening here? So, and we have nice things. We've said that before on the show. How do you feel about, I'm not saying give me a percentage, but have you run that scenario through your brain yet?
I will say this with Reich and Musgrave, I have a lot more confidence in developing any quarterback than I did last year. Right? Angstrom was new. Turner was a run game coordinator, basically. Um, our quarterback coach was a running back coach, I believe. Like I think now you got grown ass men doing the job, right? Shout out to Charles Gorman's region. There's a grown ass man, and they're men, not even one. There's multiple in the room. Jim Kelly did an interview the other day where saying I wouldn't have been the player I was if it wasn't for Frank Reich being there with me. And giving him a lot of credit for his development and his ability to process. Uh, Musgrave's been around for 20 something years, and he's been in the locker room, and he's been in the draft rooms, and he's been in the quarterback rooms, and he's been in the offensive meeting rooms, and he's been there for development of players, and he's been there to correct flaws and techniques and mechanics. So are they the greatest names in the history of offensive minds? No, but I think they know their shit. And let's just hope that they can relay that to whoever and whenever we take a quarterback. So I agree with you. I'll find the positive in it, and I'm not going to think that a third or fourth round quarterback will be the man. But it's happened before with other teams, right? Why not us?
That's at some point like the blind squirrel. I mean, at some point, right? Do we get lucky on the picking the right one? Muji seems like he is a skilled artist at the trade world. So whether we watch him navigate the board and generate value of our picks to trade down, or swaps late round picks for proven starters that know the system, have the right culture. We're less than a week away here. I couldn't be more excited to see this team form.
And let's not rule out, just to add to that, let's not rule out him trading for a quarterback. Let's not rule out him making calls to go get someone who might be sitting buried on someone's bench. Maybe they only got 1 year left, and he makes a move, whether it's Davis Mills, Tanner McKee, whoever. Everyone he's traded for has shown the ability to fit what the Jets want to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the news next week, and getting out of work at 5:00 next week. I'm going to be very excited to hop on at 6:30, 7:00, and talk about all the moves that we're making. And I don't think it's going to be the biggest names in free agency, but I think it's going to be names that come here and make an impact, Ryan. I really do.
The only two to me are Linderbaum at center and Alec Pierce, where I'm like, those guys make a big difference on our team. Okay. I'm not sure I see the defensive player necessarily. And I'll say that Dante Moore probably did us a huge favor should he been in the draft and we were taking him 2 overall. I think that essentially says you put every piece around him. You draft the guard, you draft the wide receiver, you load up to make sure this guy's successful. The fact that he is not out gives us the ability to load up on best player. Hopefully this free agent can fill some of the cracks. We're leaking everywhere. So it won't be done in one off season. Unfortunately, last year was the 0 year. This is year 1. I know folks don't like to say it. There's a lot of AG haters that don't really like to hear that, because what they're going to have to accept is they're going to see improvement, and he's likely around for a third year, where I'm like, whoever the coach of the Jets is, that's my favorite coach.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's my
There's
favorite
a
team.
lot of
My favorite coach.
listen, you can add elite talent, and it can raise the level of your coaching performance. It can raise the level of your playbook. It can raise the level of what you can do because you have these players that you trust and these players that can be elite. So if you get great talent, there's never a problem with that, right? And now it's on Glenn. Hey, can you coach or not? Because we have this talent here. Everyone can see how talented this roster now is. It's on you, bro. Sink or swim. So, coach, I appreciate you for calling in, brother. We'll talk soon, man.
Later, bud.
Great call. Have a good night. And don't forget, if it's sink or swim.
You dopey bastards in the media twisted my words. What I said was, big ships burn slow.
All right, folks. After delay, I see Addison's here. Addison, I felt great about myself. I was at work for 12 and a half hours. You come in 13 and a half. Great job. Workforce in full effect today in our Jet community. Shout out to everyone out there working and grinding hard. Shut up, Johnny. You don't have to type that. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time. After a little bit of a delay and a good call by Coach Ogre, here we go.
Hey there, Shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Boomtown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
Carly with the Go Jets. Hell yeah, Carly. Welcome back to the program. Nice to see you. Hank G popping in at the end. Oh, everyone's popping in here at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Old man, I need 8 hours of sleep. If I go to sleep right now, I get 8, and I got to wind down for a little bit. I appreciate all of you for being here, but follow what everyone else is doing in the chat. Hit that Canadian flag, and we will kick it up to the Great White North, also known as, can we call Boomtown Silver Surfer from now on, since they got silver in both men's and women? Oh, man, we need a Silver Surfer image of Boomtown. No, maybe not. All right. Sorry. Boomtown, drop it like it's hot. Please, still do it, even though I just kind of teased a little bit about hockey and Canadians take their hockey super serious. Super serious about our hockey. Super chat, Nick. Johnny says, can we get a Nick and Coach New Age Outlaw duet? Ah, Johnny, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please. I can't do that. I'll do that on an earlier show, Johnny. I will do full volume of it. I can do it good. That's what she said. Thank you for your super chat, Johnny. I appreciate you. You are a nice guy. I gifted 1 since Kevin gifted 5. Mine went to Travis Preheim. Preheim? Travis. Just going to go with Travis. But ladies and gentlemen, Boomtown has dropped it, just like North Carolina is going to drop another L on Duke Saturday night, 6:30. Boomtown learned if there is a daytime video upload, Nick was on his lunch. It's not fake news here. It's misinterpretation. Clancy has volunteered as tribute for overflow Mikey calls, but not voice messages. Bonus! Nick is on the beast list. Eli Bett's debut call was a beauty. Yes, it was. Watch for Delaney McCoy to possibly be drafted by the Jets. A lot of shiners were here tonight, avoiding fines. Nice. Boomtown, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Silver Surfer, Mr. Boomtown. Folks, if there's big Jets news, I'll go on tomorrow. Next 2 days, actually. No. Today's Tuesday. I'm working a lot. Forgive me. Working today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. If there's news tomorrow, I'll come on at 7 o'clock. Other than that, Thursday, 7 p.m. right here. Friday night, 9 p.m. with Dylan Terraman. Sunday night, 8 p.m. with Gunny. And next Tuesday, the massive shebang going on. Super celebration. 3 years, baby. Let's go. We are out. God bless everyone. Be good to one another. I wish nothing but happiness for everyone in the world. Or everyone in our Jets world, I should say. God bless all of you. Thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Have a good night, guys. It's Blitz BK time. Turn it up.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in fumble. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.